So we're going to work into our stretching our legs, stretching our hips, and that really helps with our back. And you can keep your feet, your knees bent. If you have your blanket, you're welcome to use it for your neck, just to give your neck a little support. You're going to grab the back of your hamstrings, hold on to them, just kind of lift up through the chest. Take an inhale. As you exhale, then you're going to round. You're going to tuck the tailbone under. You're going to pull that belly in and let your hands kind of walk down your legs as you roll all the way down. And I'm going to have you slowly draw one knee at a time into your chest. And the knees can be wide, a little bit wider than your torso. And your hands are on your shin. You can just very gently hug the knees in and rock side to side. Just kind of massage your low back. And you can have your legs a little bit floppy. We really don't need to be, too stiff here. We want to really just focus on re-energizing that low back. Moving and rolling from one hip to the side of the opposite hip, maybe even to the point where your knees might even roll to the side. Just have a little fun with it. Just roll all the way over and all the way back. You might have to use a little abdominal core work to do this, right? You keep the knees towards your rib cage and just do 2 more. Very good. And then you're going to pause. You're going to bring your feet down to the mat and walk your feet maybe as wide as your mat. So this is a wide-legged bridge. Now the tendency you'll want to really, because your legs are so strong, you can push your hips up, but don't overarch your back, because that's not really that great. But we do want to stretch the spine. So just remember there's a balance. Deep inhale, exhale, draw into the belly. Press down into your feet and lift your hips up, chin is to the chest. Now I'd like you to feel the work of the outer thighs and maybe a little bit of the glutes. So reach your arms back over to that sleepwalk position. Press your shoulder blades down. Thumbs reach up and over the head. Good. Take an inhale, bring your arms back. As you exhale, roll down between your shoulder blades. Through the back of the rib cage, pull the belly in as you roll through the mid-back. And now release your hips. Release your hands. Nice. Let's do it 2 more times. Deep inhale. Exhale, draw the belly in. Press down into your feet as you lift your hips up. Keep the chin towards the chest. Inhale, arms to sleepwalk. Good. Exhale, reach the arms over. Inhale, bring your arms back to sleepwalk. Exhale, start to slowly roll down through the spine. Really get through the mid-back and the sacrum. That's the tight area. Release your hands. Beautiful. Last time. Deep inhale. Exhale, scoop. Pull the belly in. Start to lift the hips up. Good. Reach your arms into sleepwalk position. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, bring the arms back. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, slowly roll down through that spine. Very good. Now when you bring your arms down, let's go ahead and bring them into a T. So they're even to your shoulders, palms are down. And let's just do a little windshield wiper, moving through our hips. And that's where we're going to kind of focus today, is in the hip joint, more into the front of the quad and the hip flexor. We'll get into that. And again, you can always turn the head in the opposite direction. Nice way to get a little bit of, if you have any kinks in the neck. I have one, I'll admit it. But this feels good. It feels good on that neck. So we'll do a couple more. Very good. And here's the last one. And then we're going to go ahead and bring the knees up. I'd like you to go ahead and either you're going to rock and roll up. You can cross at the ankles and hold onto the back of the hamstrings. You really got to use the abdominals, or you can, if the back is feeling tight, then roll to your side. So you can roll up and come up into seated. And come into a child's pose. Always like to use the blanket. Saves the wear and tear on the knees. If you don't have a blanket, doesn't matter. You can just take your knees as wide as your mat. And let's just start with child's pose. I like to start there. Very nice grounding pose. Makes us feel really calm and centered. So you're going to walk your hands out. Try to keep your hips as much as you can down. If your hips are up, it's okay. Just know that, and I know when I started doing child's pose, my hips did not touch my heels. It took me a long time to get that flexibility, right? So don't be discouraged. It'll come, it takes time. So forehead can be to the floor, or you can fold your forearms. And let's just take a few breaths. Really fill the belly with air. And exhale it all out. Good. Deep inhale. Exhale. Just one more time. Deep breath in. And exhale it all out. And now we're going to slowly come up. And this is where we can maybe use our blocks. And again, don't worry if you don't have the blocks. You can do this without. So here in this table position, I'm going to have you slide your right foot forward and sink down into your hip flexor. Now, your hands can be cupped and you can have your fingertips to the floor. It's really this hip flexor that we want to stretch. And just take a few more rounds of breath. So full deep inhale and long slow exhale. At the same time, we can either take our gaze to the floor, or we can start to lift slightly through the chest, the sternum, and the crown of the head. And just take one more cleansing breath. Now I'd like you to walk your hands back, and as you walk your hands back, or your blocks back, come into your hamstring stretch. So I know this will lift us a little bit, but if you want, you can start to drop the hip back. Remember too, you can have your fingertips closer to your knee. And you're gonna flex the foot so we get back into the calf. Take 2 to 3 rounds of breath. And just notice where you're feeling. What sensations are you noticing here? And as you take another inhale, as you exhale out, we're going to walk our fingertips forward, or your blocks forward. So I'd like to move this, make this more into our flow, or vinyasa flow. So you're going to inhale in this low lunge, or runner's lunge. As you exhale, walk back to a hamstring stretch. And sit back. Good. Inhale, walking forward, drop into the hips, lift the chest. As you exhale, walking back your hands or your blocks and sit back into your hips. And just one more time. Inhale, walking forward, sinking into your hip flexor, lift your sternum, look forward. As you exhale, walking back, come into your hamstring stretch. Let's take one more breath. And as you exhale out, go ahead and walk forward. Come into what we call the lizard pose. So your hands come together, and you'll walk your right foot out to the edge of the mat and sink low. So it can be in that knee and toe out into that outer edge of the mat or off the edge of the mat. If you want to use your blocks, you can come down with your forearms. And sometimes just bringing your hands into prayer is kind of nice. You can rest your head, your forehead on your thumbs. Good, 2 more breaths. Very good. So we're going to bring your hands back to the mat. We can slide your right foot back and curl your toes under in this table position. Let's push into your down dog. And I'm going to say for the first down dog, just keep the knees really bent. You can drop the head in between your arms so your ears are lined up with your upper arms. Some of you may want to start pressing your heels down, but that's not necessary. It's really about lengthening through the spine. I really want you to feel this stretch into, maybe right now for me, in the tightest area is my low back, so I can really feel that stretch, but it does take some arm work here to lift the hips back and up. So just take another cleansing breath. Now we're going to lift our heels, come onto our toes, and bend your knees and come back into that table position. Now we want to get your left leg. So we're just going to slide this leg forward. And remember, you can slide the foot around. You can come around. You don't have to go straight forward. So try it. Come into our low lunge. Get the knee over the ankle. The knee can always come a little bit forward, but you really want to stay behind the toes as much as you can. If you go over the toes, there can be a little bit of extra stress on that knee. We don't want that. So just pause here. I'd like you to, reconnect to your breath, reconnect to your body. Take your gaze maybe down to the big toe. Or if you'd rather, lift your chest and look forward. Soften your shoulders down. And again, notice where you're feeling this in the front of your quadricep or maybe into that hip flexor. And then we're going to walk our hands back. Start working on that hamstring. So I'm flexing my back foot and dropping my hips down so I get this length now into the back of my leg. Now some of you are more mobile in your hamstring and your hips. You can start to drop the nose towards the knee, but it's really not that necessary. I like to just stay a little more lifted with my back straight, but it's up to you. So now we're going to move this. We're going to use our breathing. So you're going to inhale here. You're going to exhale, walk your hands forward, sink into your hips, lift your chest. Good. Take a breath. As you exhale, you're going to walk your blocks or your hands back, move into our hamstring stretch. Good. 2 more times. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, walking forward to the top of your mat, sinking your hips. Good. Deep breath in. As you exhale out, walk your blocks back, coming into your hamstring stretch. And then 1 more time, take an inhale. As you exhale, walking forward, sinking into your low lunge. Good. Deep breath in. As you exhale out, walking your blocks back or your hands back to the hamstring. Good. This is our last one. Let's take this nice deep breath. And as you exhale, let's go ahead and move forward, bending the knee and sinking into your hips. I'm going to go ahead and slide my left foot back, curl my toes under. Get your hands underneath your wrist. So when you come into seated position, we're going to work through the legs. And you're just going to take this right leg out and keep the left heel in towards your body. So what we really want to do is stretch and work through the inner thigh and the leg. That's our focus today. So you're going to slide your hand down, and if you have a strap, you can wrap the strap around the foot. But we'll do also a big toe lock, which means your peace sign fingers around your big toe. Otherwise, you can grab your ankle. You're going to take your thumb to your shoulder. You're going to open that shoulder up, reach back and stretch through the front of the chest. Take an inhale, rotate the palm up. As you exhale, come into your side stretch. And we did some side bends at the beginning. So take a couple rounds of breath. Good. One more cleansing breath. Very good. And then go ahead and come all the way back up. Let's try the other side. So bring your right ankle forward. Take the left leg out to the edge of your mat. Tuck that heel in towards your body. I'd like you to flex your left foot. And take your hand, slide it down. So we're leaning into the stretch. So we're reaching, hold onto your ankle. Really flex that foot. You'll get a great stretch through the calf. You're going to take your right thumb towards your shoulder and draw that shoulder back. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, reach the arm out. Rotate the palm up. So you're reaching behind you. Take another full breath, reaching the arm up and over the side of the face. And I'm not trying too hard here. I'm just barely leaning into it, but it's a pretty amazing stretch through the side body. Just move, not move, but move your breath. Let your breath move through you. Very good. One more inhalation. As you exhale, release that arm down and come back to the center. Good. We're going to turn to the side. We'll bring your feet on the mat. Come back onto the back and do a couple amazing stretches to finish our class. So hold on to the back of the legs. Lift up through your heart. Start to walk your hands down. You're going to tuck the tailbone under as you roll through the low back. Now we're going to stretch our legs across our mat. So first bring the right knee into your chest and just hug that right knee in. Allow the low back, the mid back to soften into the floor. As you hug the knee in towards your armpit, just pause there and move with your breath. Now we're going to come into this knee down twist. So you're going to take your left hand on your right knee and roll that knee up and over, rolling to the outside of your left hip, left side of your leg, reaching your right arm across the floor. Good. Close your eyes. Move into the rise and fall of the belly. Good. One more breath. And as you exhale out, we're going to roll onto your back and move into your upside down four. So flexing your right foot, you can stay right here where you just push into the inner thigh, or you lift the knee up, wrap the hands around the hamstring. Good. Come into your breath. Good. Draw that left knee towards you. Remember, you can use your strap, wrap it around your hamstring, and that works really well. Good. One more inhalation. Now, as you exhale, let's release both feet down to the mat. Stretch your legs out again across the mat. Tuck the chin in and relax your shoulders, drawing the left knee in towards your chest. Remember, if it feels better for you, you can take the right foot and, put it on the mat. But just hold this stretch. I want you to feel the knee come in towards your rib cage. See if you can get more connection with your mid back and low back. And just draw your awareness back into your breath. Now moving into our knee down twist, you're going to take the right hand up and over, reaching the left arm across the floor. Turn your head away from the bent knee. Close your eyes. And just reconnecting to your inhalation and exhalation. You may even feel a stretch through the front of the chest. But with each exhalation, try to let go. See if you can soften into the stretch. I'm just going to take one more breath. Slowly roll onto your back, coming into your upside down 4 or hip stretch. Flex your left foot. Maybe drawing the knee up and just letting that leg relax. So there's no need to lift the leg up. It's just excess energy we don't really need. You can just let that right leg just kind of hang. Tuck the chin in, release your shoulders down as best you can. And sometimes if the head and neck are up, then use your blanket to prop the head so the head and neck can truly relax. Good, just a couple more rounds of breath. Very good. One more cleansing breath. Now we're going to hug the knees in, hands on your knees or hands around your shin. Good. And just hold. This is full wind pose, Apanasana. It's just really just holding it basic, nothing fancy here, just keeping it real simple. And just finishing up our practice. Notice how your hips are feeling. The low back. Very good. And let's go ahead, when you're ready, roll to your side and gently push up with your hands. Come into easy cross-legged position. Let's bring your hands to your heart and bow your chin, honoring yourself, honoring your practice today. The light in me salutes that light in you, and together we say, Namaste.